Hello everybody, thanks for coming back. This is another review, vape review from ENJUICE. Another one of my favourite suppliers. Pretty expensive stuff, but they take a lot of time in their product development. They blend, they taste, they blend, they taste, and it's good. And they have a lot of compounds involved in these juices they produce. This one is the ENJUICE Black Label Classic #1 Premo VG. So this is pretty much all VG, and it's 24 milligram, and that's backwards. Anyway, I haven't really figured out all this stuff. I dropped my laptop, as I probably said before, and everything went to pot. I had to reinstall everything. I had no video software. Tried to get video software from the company again. They said I have to buy it again, so I haven't really had time to buy it again. And anyway, so this is totally and utterly uncut. Anyway, so the juice review. It's 24 milligram. Is it 24? Yes, I just said it was 24 milligram. Okay. I'll be using the VTR. And this one particularly is from the UK e-cig store. Excellent bargain, to be honest. Runs on 18650 batteries. They say that you have to use unprotected batteries, you know, the red AW. I'm using protected batteries and it works. Worked fine, even when it comes to the end of the life of the battery, before when it goes down to however many 3.2 volts. But I think the only reason I can, and also this door wouldn't really close, but because it's made, because this construction is so strong, I mean, you can press that. I was there going, oh my, yeah, pressing this down, and the latch is so strong it's not going to break, or it didn't break with me, and it didn't break with me hundreds of times before I figured out how to modify the battery. So I modified the positive end of the battery, hammered it in a bit, well, not hammered it in, but just pushed it in a bit, and it works perfect. So VTR, excellent. And the new iClear 30S, which I believe is an improvement on the iClear 30. I'm not really a fan of clearomizers, so I don't really know much about them, but this iClear 30S, it looks pretty cool. It's got all of the wick is actually enclosed in this cage inside, and it looks to me to be stainless construction. This is a 2 ohm, and it screws right in. You've got no airflow adjustment, and it's a bit of a noisy kind of thing. You can hear it go whistling away, but anyway. So I'm going to run this now at 12 watts, I believe. If I can switch it on again. On. The ATI is coming out 2.2 ohms. It's metered at 2.3, but it's probably the high end of 2.2. Because the VTR tells you the ohmage. So I'm running this at 12. You can just about see that. I hope it's not the wrong way around on a proper video, because this is like a mirror image, is it? I don't know. Anyway, I dropped my laptop. I've got nothing. This is uncut, and I'm already at 3 minutes. And in case you don't know, this is a juice review. So here we go, without further ado. And this is the VG, VG 10 mil. And it'll run you a fair amount. I think it's like £6, or I really don't know. I'm mixing my own juice these days, and I can't get any mixes close to anything that ENJUICE makes, because the compounds, there's a hell of a lot of compounds in there just by the taste. You can taste it. Also, solubility in water and alcohol, you can see the different compounds. And I haven't actually tested any of the ENJUICE juice, but juice vendors, they're putting out juices that are, you know, a 36 milligram juice might come out at 40, 45 milligram through GCMS. So there's a couple of studies that I'm involved in from time to time at the unis, just put it through GCMS, see what we get. And yeah, I mean, some of these juices are much higher than they say they are, or than that's on the label, and I think that does need to be sorted out as part of this legislation, or pseudo legislation, hopefully light legislation of all this stuff. But as far as carcinogens, we check for a lot of different molecules: NNK, nornicotine, cotinine, which are not very carcinogenic. But some of the carcinogens, particularly in the whole tobacco alkaloid liquids that the guys are supplying in the US, even companies like Aroma e-liquid, they're coming out as higher carcinogens than you would get in a normal cigarette, which, you know, it's a bit worrying when that sort of thing comes up. And I'm in discussion with reputable people as to how to distribute this data, or whether to distribute it, or because it's going to scare a lot of people. It's going to affect this legislation that's coming up, and it's, you know, it's not really a good thing, I don't think, to be doing right now. So, and the study is only 1 year, 2 years old, and then the next year, 3 years of studies. I think we should have some like quite a large data set to either publicize or declare or whatever. But right now it's part of the uni data. It's theirs. They have the copyright over it, and there's copyright issues. I've been told that it is possible to get this on the forums and stuff like that, but I think right now it's a good idea just to keep it low key. And yeah, in fact, one of the first studies we did, if you look at the data and you compare the standards and blah blah blah, there's a lot of stuff to do with the chemistry that actually voids a lot of the results. But some of the bona fide results coming from companies like Decang e-liquid that we put through, you know, I mean, they're putting out liquid that is not what is advertised nicotine wise, but all of the normal e-liquid, we didn't find any significant levels of carcinogens. Nothing more significant than the nicotine patches that you get, because of course all nicotine is not synthetically produced. It's all extracted and then purified and blah blah blah. You can produce nicotine synthetically, organic chemistry, blah blah blah, but I think the extraction process far outweighs it economically. Anyway, so back to the juice. I haven't actually told you anything about the flavour, and it's 8 minutes already. Right, so ENJUICE Black Label Classic #1 Premo VG. Now these are the Premo liquids, so they're arguably better than the value vape stuff they do, but that's yet to be determined, and it will be determined because next year now, we will be doing some comparisons, some bona fide comparisons. We've done research in the past, and we know the techniques that we need to use, and there's a whole optimization process with it anyway. It's all chemistry crap that's boring, basically. So anyway, Premium VG Classic #1, what is it? It's a fruity tobacco flavor. The tobacco flavor, the tobacco side of it is very light. It's like a pipe tobacco. It's like an aromatic pipe tobacco, and it's good. It's good. Vapor's good. Well, obviously it's VG, but 24 milligram, not too much throat hit for 24 milligram. If you put it up to 12 watts, you run it at 12, yeah, you're gonna get throat hit. It's fruity, they said. I don't taste any citrus fruit. It all seems to be berry kind of flavors. Maybe raspberry and the darker berries, blueberry, yeah, dark kind of berry flavor. And it's not overpowering, it's not dirty. It doesn't taste dirty like the Dekangi liquid does. But most of the Dekangi liquid that I vape, you know, it is, you know, it's tobacco flavors, and tobacco flavors are generally a bit dirty and heavy. Most of them, except for ENJUICE, does some good ones. Anyway, this is the end of the review because I'm running. Take care, have a good one, and I'm out. I think if I can shut this thing off.